As the Marvel Cinematic Universe has continued to expand, so too have the powers of the people inside of it. What started out with Tony Stark in a mechanized supersuit has slowly but unmistakably transformed into a universe filled with beings who are basically and sometimes literally gods. Even so, there are certain characters in the MCU canon who represent the cream of the crop. Today we will take a look at the top 5 most powerful Marvel heroes of all time. Number 5. Hulk. With Thor seemingly elsewhere in the galaxy, Hawkeye and Hulk could very well be the last man standing in terms of the original group of Avengers that defeated Earth against Loki. By this time next year, and lot of including Hulk standing within the MCU power scale has changed since then. Back in 2012's Avengers, Hulk is positioned as the ace in the hole against the Loki's cosmic army. Now, given the array of various incidents, ancient meteors or outer space beings and technologies in the MCU, Hulk's brand of smash up them up offensive is nothing more than the hammer in the world war that now requires the superhero equivalent of a crane. The entire scale of the war the Avengers are waging has changed, and as a result, Hulk's status as one of the most powerful has slipped. Wanda Maximoff was only able to modify Hulk but weaponize him in Avengers Age of Ultron, and she barely even began to scratch the surface of the Witchcraft ways. Nevertheless, despite his diminished reputation within the context of his peers, Hulk still remains one of the most dangerous beings in the MCU. As evinced by the ability to fight with the likes of the Thor, which also thinks as the likes of the Tony Stark. And of course, on the top of that, all his genius scientist and his inventions and the brain power add to the assets that he has in the arsenal. Hopefully, this will allow him to help in the cousin Jennifer Walters and when she becomes Hulk in the herself in the She-Hulk. Number 4. ShangChi. One of the most additions of the ranks of the MCU's strongest Avengers, ShangChi, Simu Liu, inclusion of the top of the contingent upon him having access to the 10 rings, an ancient and possibly alien telepathically controlled weapon that allowed the Mandarin Tony Leung Chiung to stay in the powers for centuries, and a weapon that is sending a beacon to an unknown and likely equally powerful receiver. Combine that weapon with a man considered to be the world's greatest martial arts, and you have a connection of ground level skill and outwardly power that immediately makes ShangChi one of the Earth's mightiest mighty heroes. ShangChi links with the mystical sides and also puts him on par with the help of Doctor Strange powers, although his ability to tap into the 10 rings powers and vital energy of his mother makes him potentially stronger than the masters of the mystic arts. That's definitely some competition there. What's more, ShangChi and the legend of the 10 rings hints there far more than of the 10 rings that was shown in the film. The 10 rings are so ancient that even wrong archives held no information regarding their origin, which means there is a lot of untapped potential regarding their power and what ShangChi is capable of doing while wearing them. The 10 rings and the ShangChi vast training in martial arts currently makes him one of the strongest characters in the MCU and in the same league as the elite superheroes. Namely, those with cosmic and superhuman powers. It's pretty impressive, and considering ShangChi in a new superhero. Number 3. Thor. Truly unlocking his potential in Thor Ragnarok, the god of thunder Chris Hemsworth only went on the further establishment himself as one of the most powerful Avengers when he was presented as the ultimate game changer in the final Avengers Infinity War battle, a game changer that would have killed Thanos, but he had simply gone for the head. These 5 top strongest Avengers powers were displayed in the 7th episode of What If. What is canon, by the way, as it goes to toe-to-toe with Captain Marvel despite his inherited state, as Thor himself has stated that he is 1500 years old and has killed twice as many enemies as that. As we saw in Thor, Love and Thunder, not only does his power belong to Thor, but he also grants others with the same ability, like the children who were captured by Gore, Christian Bale, being able to temporarily gift or deputize others with the God of Thunder ability is definitely impressive. Thor has been in different category than the actor Avengers since birth, with feats like destroying like Bud Forest, withstanding head of the star and overpowering structure. He consistently displays strength over and deliberately battle techniques in every appearance. More talents include notable endurance and speed that add to his intensity and strength in combat. He is a god, which gives him incredible abilities shared by only a few of his counterparts. All of the Avengers are significantly fit and acclimated to the physical demands of the battle. Even so, little comparison can be made as Thor has adapted to fighting for hundreds of years and knows how to capitalize on his strength. Number 2. AntMan. On its surface, the ability to shrink and expand isn't all that threatening, especially when compared to the abilities of ancient gods and outworthy aliens. But when taking into account the quantum abilities that come with the Ant-Man suit, the stronger Scott Lang's Paul Rudd case becomes similar to the Doctor Strange. Don't worry, we'll get to him later. Ant-Man power supply exists in a different realm than that of Iron Man, Captain America, Spider-Man, and even the likes of Thor and Captain Marvel. And also within a fan culture, subsequently or otherwise, as common joke in the lead up to Avengers Infinity War was, why doesn't Ant-Man just crawl inside Thanos and well expand? What this indicates is that despite his significant physical strength, there are certain realms that the power sets and more combat-based being simply can't compete with. It's reason why they aren't sending Bruce Banner to deal with newly rough Wanda Maximoff. That is the core nature of argument for Ant-Man, whether it's being too big or too small, messing with quantum physics or the quantum realm, the scientific dynamic of Ant-Man's skills is far too complex of a problem for most Avengers to solve. This technology, after all, was the key component in the Avengers being able to undo Thanos' snap if that same technology was applied in a weaponized manner instead of a scientific one, which we'll certainly learn more about when he takes on the can. Number 1. Doctor Strange. While ranking the Sorcerer Supreme above both the Captain Marvel and Thor, make awesome to table take, the Marvel Cinematic Universe itself has given already an example of how helpless the brute of Thor's strength is when leveled against the more magical mental elements of Doctor Strange's skill set. While the body briefly crosses path in Thor Ragnarok, granted, while Thor isn't engaged in combat whatsoever, Doctor Strange is such an utter control of situation, and Loki for the matter, as he sent him to the purgatory of endless freefall, that you wonder what Thor would even be able to do if he decided to take Strange on. No amount of lightning bolts to hammer swings could defeat a being like Dormammu, let alone the man who oversmarted it. After Doctor Strange in the Multi-Universe Madness, we clearly learn that Strange is not only powerful but a threat to multiple universes, making him more powerful than even Thanos, with the ability to destroy universes, dreamwalk, and even inhabit dead bodies. Which one of them is your most favorite character? Thanks for watching.